Roast turkey is a much-loved, iconic Christmas centerpiece, and the good news is that it doesn't have to be a daunting experience. Watch on for my top tips on plating up a perfectly cooked turkey every time. Okay, so for this recipe, you will need 1 turkey. This one's about 4.5 kilos, 1/4 cup of fennel seeds, 4 garlic cloves crushed, 1 cup of roughly chopped pistachios, 1.5 cups of dried cranberries, 1 egg, big handful of sage leaves, 200 grams of butter, 1 loaf of sourdough torn, 2 onions diced, and 1/4 cup of chicken stock. That was a mouthful. So preheat your oven to 180 degrees fan force, and I brought my turkey out to come to room temperature. That's really important. So if you bought your turkey frozen, very important to thaw it properly so it doesn't end up frozen in the center and golden on the outside. No one wants that. Now let's start the stuffing. So head to the cooktop. Okay, so pan on a low heat. Now add your fennel seeds to your pan, and we're dry toasting them, so it's going to help release some of their flavor, and we're just going to take it off the heat once they're lightly golden and fragrant. So just move them around occasionally. So they're smelling beautiful and fragrant. It's been about 2 minutes. So now add in 150 grams of your butter. And your onion. And the garlic. Yum. Smells amazing in here already. So that took about 5 minutes. Now let's bring it over and finish it off. So get that into a large bowl. So this stuffing mix can be made a few days in advance. Just don't add the egg or the stock. So now to the onion mixture, just add the pistachios, cranberries, tear in your sage, the bread, mix to combine. Now season this, so just some salt and grab my pepper. Now just another little stir. Now put 1/3 of that mixture into a separate bowl. Don't have to be exact. Now to the larger portion, add a beaten egg and your chicken stock. Now set aside the smaller bread mixture for later, and let's bring in the turkey. Dun, 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 here it is. So now let's get this bird ready for stuffing. Okay, so work really cleanly now. We're going to give this a little pat down, just inside and out. Now add the stuffing. So don't overstuff it, as it can dry out the turkey. Also, the stuffing will expand slightly whilst it's cooking. And stuff the neck cavity too. So the stuffing is done, so now I'm going to seal up the neck cavity just using 2 toothpicks. Now I've just got some unwaxed kitchen string to tie up its legs to keep the stuffing in. Okay, so now we're going to tuck the wings under the turkey. It's the final step. So it's going to stop the wingtips from burning, and it's going to help that breast cook evenly. Okay, so we've melted the remaining 50 grams of butter as well. So now all that's left is give that a little brush and get it off to the oven. Fold together 2 sheets of baking paper and 2 sheets of alfoil just to cover your turkey. Baking paper first. Then alfoil. So covering this means that it's not going to brown too quickly on top before it's cooked all the way through. Okay, so make sure that your oven rack is low enough so that the turkey's not cooking right in the top of your oven. Cook it for 40 minutes per kilo, basting it every 30 minutes, and then cooking it until the juices run clear when the thigh is pierced with a skewer. In the last 30 minutes of cooking, remove that foil and the baking paper so it can brown on top. Ooh, it's looking good. So we're in the last 15 minutes of cooking time, so it's time to scatter around the extra bread mixture. Now back to the oven. Almost ready. When it's finished cooking, you'll need to cover it with foil and rest it for 20 minutes before serving. And there you have it, a mouth-watering golden and perfectly juicy turkey with delicious stuffing. It will become your go-to for Christmas.